What are some girl secrets guys don't know about? When you hold your breasts when you walk up the stairs so they don't jiggle because that's uncomfortable. Sometimes we stand up and things just gush out of us. We always think it's our period. In pants hard bulge pic, actual pic of your period overall, but they are very different depending on the girl. Some women get emotional, some are completely normal, some periods last for 8 days, some last for 3 days, some girls are in extreme pain, some just have mild discomfort, some flows are very heavy, some are very light. Aka, I'm on my period can mean anything from sorry, I'm completely incapacitated, or I'm just feeling a little worse than usual. Sometimes when we pee a stray drop or two starts to roll across our butt cheek, or maybe that's just me. Under boob sweat is a thing. After you go to the toilet and you have discharge in your knickers, pulling your knickers back up again is the most horrific feeling. It gets cold very quick whilst you pee. Cold, wet and slimy discharge knickers. Imagine that all day long. Might not be a girl exclusive thing, but I personally need a lot more foreplay to actually enjoy sex. Most of the time I can't get off from strictly penetration, no matter how badly we both want it. We get so turned on that our clit actually hurts sometimes. If there are any men fashion designers on here, women who like dresses want pockets in the dresses, and I don't mean near my boob, I mean on the actual skirt part. I love my one dress with pockets. I'm convinced the designer of the modern skirt was a miserable old man who said God already gave women a pocket. They are not getting any more. Some of us have to shave our toes. Some of us get extremely horny during the period or little before that. Not the best timing, and not so many men dig it. When girls are particular about their hair products, it's not us being overly superficial or picky. When your hair is long, the right shampoo / conditioner / drying routine can be the difference between soft waves and a dry ratty mess. The feeling of having fart bubble popping forwards and squeezing your thighs to pop it. When we say don't stop during sex, it means don't stop doing what you are doing. Don't go harder, don't go faster, just don't stop doing it exactly as you are right now. It seems that when this is said, the guy speeds up or starts f***ing up the rhythm. We are almost always at least a little wet. It's not that you're hot, our bodies just need to be to function. Like a dog's nose. Some girls like squeezing their boobs. Someone already mentioned size, but I'm gonna go ahead and add some more. Longer is not better. We are only about 4 inches deep, so wishing you had a huge 12-inch cock to shove inside of her won't be pleasurable. It'll be very painful. You'll be ramming her in the cervix, and that doesn't tickle. Girth is more desirable, and if you don't have a lot going for you in the pants, plenty can still be done with the tongue and fingers. For a lot of women, penetration isn't the climax. Also, if she's wet, and I mean like Niagara Falls, it's basically dripping down her legs, you could probably get a baseball bat in there with that much lubrication. It's possible she won't feel you at first, until you f*** a little out to her, so that is it in. Isn't always BC, you're just small. The liquid barrier is real. Sometimes if you fart, it doesn't escape through the fabric. Instead it rolls all the way from the back to the front with a noticeable little pop. It's never a good feeling. Our favorite bra hasn't been washed in 2 weeks. Edit, it is winter, so maybe I should have said 6 weeks. Oops. The feeling of pulling a really long hair out of your butt crack. At first it's kinda gross, then this good little shiver feeling on edit. Looks like our hair ends up in our guys' butts too. And you either love it or hate it, so I'm not sure whether to apologize or say you're welcome. Edit 2. My most upvoted comment is now about having hair in my Thank you for that. We have so many hair related issues, plucking dark random nipple hairs, trying to line up when we shave our areas to when we hook up, to avoid guys from seeing razor burn or ingrown hairs. Before getting out of the shower we have to pick out hair from our butt crack that fell out from washing our hair, pubes growing and sticking out of our undies, pubes getting stuck in pads or liners. Some women have larger labias and sometimes they get stuck in our underwear. It's very painful and extremely uncomfortable. And then we have to either walk funny to try to get them unstuck, or walk very carefully to somewhere where we can just stick a hand down our pants to get things sorted. And don't get me started about getting stuck in lace underwear. Some women get blood clots in our periods, and it feels like you're giving birth to a jellyfish. Half the time I'm readjusting my bra, I'm actually trying to scratch my nipple. We need to pee right after sex to reduce the risk of getting a UTI. If you have sex without a condom, we need a good few minutes after to let everything drain out of us. I always tell my boyfriend BRB gotta go ooze because I love seeing the cringe. Some guys don't understand how different many girls look without makeup. Being on your period is the worst. Try being super horny, but not being able to wank, because everything is just one big slimy mess down there. My nipples can be like two clitorises on my chest. Rubbing them very gently, licking, being kind equals I get super wet and aroused. Usually when I masturbate I stimulate a nipple at the same time. I don't know why dudes don't try this more when I ask. Most go at my chest, like they want to smoosh my boobs like dough, or a nipple like they are angry and trying to lengthen it. What I think they don't get is there's so much versatility in the body. I like rough play too, but tender play is a whole other lovely world. Sometimes a hug will do a million times more good than trying to get me to explain why I'm upset, largely because I'm probably overwhelmed with my feelings and need to process them before I can explain them. The fastest way to process and get them out? A hug to feel loved. Women's bathrooms can be just as disgusting as men's. Girth vs length. I feel like guys always base each other off their length. I've had 9 in skinny, wasn't great. I've had a 5 in length, thick, and it was a ride. Edit. Obviously #NOTALLWOMEN prefer the same thing. Some women want smaller, some women want monster. I'm just saying guys have this weird measuring competition, and half the time they get it wrong with only focusing on length. Men with somewhat veiny forearms and pushed up sleeves are a godsend. The true reason we go to the toilet together is that the waiting queue would usually so long that alone we will A, get really bored, and B, feel a little excluded from the conversation for some minutes when we come back to the group. So we go together and chat the whole time we are waiting. I'm super late to this party, but I lift my boobs up so I feel like I can breathe without the weight of them. Have no idea if anyone else does this, GBH. It's a great feeling. I don't care how terrible it looks. If you make me a card or gift instead of buying one, I will adore it forever. We love it when you moan and make noises during sex. Don't be the silent type. Let me know I'm pleasing you, goddammit. Guys think girls are really complex, but that's not always the case. I mean, sure, sometimes I have a lot going on in my head. But other times, when we are in the car, and I'm silent, and you think I'm angry about something, I'm just thinking I wish I'd ordered the tacos at dinner instead of the chicken. Or did I remember to switch the laundry over? Damn. If you have a sense of humor and can make us giggle uncontrollably, you're way more attractive than any muscular piece of man out there. Sometimes we don't really know what's wrong or why we are so upset, so stop asking what's wrong repeatedly and just hug and love us.